Year 2018 has passed and we have nothing to celebrate. 2018 is just another year wasted. Everybody was hopeful for a better Zimbabwe, but no change whatsoever. We are in a crisis. Everybody is striking. Nurses, teachers, doctors, even war veterans are striking. Now tell me, if the so-called war veterans are on strike, what did they went to war for? What was the point of the liberation struggle? What was the point of the liberation struggle? There was no fuel crisis in Rhodesia before independence. The Rhodesian dollar had more value, more than superpower countries like USA and England. There were real Christmases in Rhodesia. Post-independence, we just enjoyed a bit until everything came crashing down. War veterans were paid. The Zim dollar was devaluated. Everybody was looting. Our ruling party had a mafia-like faction that was very brutal and selfish. Post-independence, we thought Mugabe was the problem, at least the only problem. But now it's been a year since his resignation. It's been 1 year. Since 1980, we were told things are going to be better now. Things are going to be better next year. Next year, next year. Now this is 2019. Yes, since Mugabe resigned, the nation has backtracked, gone back. Year 2009 to year 2016, things got better and shaped up until 2017. The season of the fair. We are the problem. We Zimbabweans, we are the problem. Okay? Innocent people suffer because good people fail to act. If we had 10 people like Morgan Tsvangirai, this nation would have moved forward. But for how long will we wait for another hero to come? We have had people who seemed like they were concerned, but as soon as they tested the donor money, they disappeared, making it clear that their struggle was for themselves and their families. Morgan Tsvangirai lost his wife in an alleged assassination attempt, but he never backtracked. In his time, he sacrificed and compromised, joining hands with an enemy so that ordinary Zimbabweans can put food on their table. He paid the price. He paid the price so that you and me could find cash in the bank, so that there could be food in shops. He was butchered, beaten, but he held on. He held on for the people. He held on for the people. The price of freedom is very high, but the price of the loss of freedom is even higher. We as Zimbabwe citizens have never really been willing to pay that price. We're always waiting for somebody to pay that price for us. We expect politicians to pay that price. But most of these politicians actually get into politics so that they can fatten their wallets. Yes, that's why they do it. Most of these guys, all the way from 1980. We will soon arrest all those engaging in corrupt activities. What has happened? Freedom is not easy, and 2019 we all have to work together. Everybody, we must all be ready to sacrifice. Freedom is not easy. If freedom was easy, then Jesus would not have died on the cross. Moses would have not spent 40 years in the wilderness. Now, tell me something. Are you willing to fight for your country? Are you willing to sacrifice yourself? Are you willing to pay the price of freedom? For over 18 years, we've been trying to push for change. We have tried and tested methods that didn't work. 18 years on, we keep using the same methods. Taita protest, 6 people die, nothing changes. Same methods. Protests have never really worked. All they have done is get people killed. Greedy activists are profiteering from the crisis, and they don't want it to end, because if the crisis ends, they have no job. They don't want things to get better because they will not make money. When they are beaten and arrested, they get paid. This is why most of them always incite violence. They always incite violence. They destroy properties of innocent people, burn things so that the police can beat them, and they make money via donor funding. But in the process, innocent people are getting caught in the crossfire. Innocent people are getting hurt. On 1 August 2018, people lost lives. Not only did people lose lives, 6 people, at least 35 people were raped on 1 August. 35 people were raped. Think deep. Think, fungai. Why is it that all people that were killed on 1 August were non-protesters? Say musuwa 1 August vanhu vakafa vaisava vanhu vaiprotesta. Why? Say vanhu vakafa musuwa 1 August vaisava part of my protesters. Think deep. Think deep, people. This is my reasons. Possible reasons. They were killed to avoid possible association, to avoid possible implication. So paifa na kufa vanhu vanga vasiri pa protest, so that ma protester, ma organizer a protester asa blemewe. This was a calculated move. I don't know calculated by who, calculated by Mnangagwa, or calculated by the brains behind the protests. Asipaka fiwa vanhu vanga vasiri ma protester. Say paka fa vanhu vanga vasiri ma protester, so as to justify the protesters. You see, distancing themselves. 1 August vanhu 6 vaifanira kufa. It was a plan. Now, jema protest maningirikini. We need to do something different. We need to stop complaining and do something about it. Do something about it. All right, I'm going to quote this quote by Zig Ziglar. He says, fear has 2 meanings. Meaning number 1 is forget everything and run. Teaser. But oh, the second fear is face everything and rise. There is corruption in the country. Do something about it. Tomorrow will be better if you do something about it today. There are no jobs in the country. Then do something about it. Don't just complain. Rise up or shut up. Every single day we see broke and condemned Indians come into Zimbabwe with nothing. Chinese broke convicts come into Zimbabwe, into Africa with nothing. With nothing. No cent. But they walk out as millionaires using our resources, using our labor. And they walk out with the money. We kicked out the Rhodesian farmers because it was our land. But did we kick them out so we could replace them with the Chinese? Now we are hearing Chinese farmers taking over former white-owned farmers, taking over former white-owned farms. Our mineral claims all going to those Chinese. You see, they're just people. Mbava zakatiza zisagone kudzokera ku China. Mbava zakatiza zisagone kudzokera ku India. Izo soka nogara ku Belvedere uri munhu mutema vanokutenga kuti ubve ikoko. Vakutiona kunge kwavo. Yet this is our nation. We need to do something about it. The Chinese are united. Vakabatana. One Chinese passport can be used by up to 100 people to get into a country and get deals because they all look the same and they are a united people. Even my Nigerians do the same. Identity duplication to cover up their fellow countrymen who might have a criminal record. But us Zimbabweans, we fight each other. We pull each other down. Crab mentality. We like crabs. We keep fighting each other. Tunoshiga kupi. Where are we going? We have been divided as a people because our colonial masters knew that in order to rule, people must be divided. Hence, divide and rule. Africa was one, but the borders were created by the imperialists. Shaka Zulu was an African hero, but he was painted an invader, a murderer, a looter, a terrorist, a rapist. Yet they called Cecil John Rhodes a hero. Mzilikazi is called an invader, yet Africa was one. We were a nomadic people. We were a nomadic people who were always on the move. The imperialists created borders and we were divided. We were divided. Berlin Conference, they shared. Still after that, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Malawi, South Africa, we were still one people. But following the Berlin Conference, divisions, whatever they did, we were further divided. Now there is xenophobia. South Africans killing Zimbabweans. There's never been xenophobia where South Africans kill Indians. There's never been xenophobia where South Africans kill Chinese. They kill fellow black Africans, especially Zimbabweans, Malawians, Zambians, Mozambicans. Come on, guys. Now this Berlin Conference, this division, these borders created by the imperialists have destroyed us as a people, as a nation. Then we start killing each other. At first, it was the Intumbani uprising in 1981. Then dissidents and Richard Gwasela terrorized the Midlands province shortly after independence. Then was the Gukura Hundi. Zimbabwe only moved forward after the Unity Accord in 1987. Zimbabwe only moved forward after the Unity Accord in 1987 because in unity there is strength. In unity there is power. Joshua Nkomo had to compromise and unite with his enemy so that everybody could have freedom. Morgan Changirai compromised and united with his enemy, and we moved forward as a nation. We moved forward as a people. 2019, say no to divisions. We can never move forward as a nation if we do not have love. We can never move forward as a nation if we are not a united people. We can never move forward as a nation if we do not take it upon ourselves, our individual selves, to fight for our freedom, fight against corruption, speak up, defend your fellow countrymen. We shouldn't just stand and watch when our fellow countryman is in trouble, wherever we are, whether we are in Africa, we're in Europe. Stand for a fellow Zimbabwean. We shouldn't just stand and watch when our fellow countrymen need help. Kutosekana. Vakomana vekumalawi avasekani. Vakomana vekuchina avasekani. They help each other up. We shouldn't just watch corruption happening and do nothing about it. See other people being harassed, be it police, military, and just stand, watch, and ignore. Innocent people suffer because good people fail to act. One man for himself will not get us anyway. We need to mobilize ourselves. Enough with sellouts. Enough with bootlicking. Enough with selfishness. It's better to die standing than to live on our knees. It's better to die standing than to live on our knees. 2019 is here. What are you going to do for your country? Are you going to keep complaining and do nothing about it? Speak up or shut up. 2017, we as TV7 Live. 2018, we as TV7 Live again. Now 2019, we as TV7 Live. This is our agenda. To be the real voice of the people. Uniting people. Mobilizing people as the watchdog for Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe watchdog. Exposing corruption. Conscientizing people. Putting pressure on government. Putting pressure on individual. Putting pressure on people of power. And of course, exposing. TV7 Live, we are the real voice of the people. In 2019, something big is going to happen, but it begins with you. It begins with me. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Clarence. Join us in this journey as we begin to fight for a better Zimbabwe. My name is Dr. Clarence. TV7 Live is the channel. As always, thank you for watching. Happy New Year.